Hiya, and welcome to Home Somewhere Else. I know absolutely nothing about this game. I've never even heard of this game until, like, last night. So I have this set up. Yeah, we got censored on there. So let's just hop right in. That's a very strong start. That is a very strong start. Darkness envelops you. The warmth melds with the cold surrounding you. The flimsy blankets barely protect your barren body from the bitter chill. At least you've got your underwear. Reality begins to slip as you feel yourself drift into sleep. You're enveloped by a peace solemnly found in the waking hours, until you can feel a harsh breeze blow past you. Damp fabric rubs over your once barren skin, making you shiver uncontrollably. You know you are lying in bed, but it feels like you're standing outside in the pouring rain. Nervously, you begin to open your eyes. Where am I? You look down to see you're standing on the edge of a cliff in what looks like the middle of the night. Your feet are only barely on the ledge. If you don't get better footing, you'll absolutely fall. What the hell is going on? You begin to panic as you try fruitlessly to take a step forward, looking behind you to see a vast emptiness. No matter how much you try to move, you're seemingly stuck in place. You look forward and notice a dark figure standing silently, 3 small objects circling them. Their hands begin to glow as they move their arms in a strangely familiar manner, as if they're performing an incantation. The objects turn into large wisps of light, moving faster by the second. You can barely make out what's happening. You can only see glimpses of their face in the darkness. Who are you? What is this? The lights begin to grow in size, becoming brighter as well. You're able to more clearly see what the hooded man is doing. He is seemingly conjuring a ball of condensed energy. His sight seems to be locked on you. Your mind is baffled by what you see. He lunges his arm towards you. Whoa! The white lights blind you before you can even react. You close your eyes too late to avoid the searing brightness. Everything flies at you like a bullet train, and you're on the tracks. But then, silence. You feel yourself begin to breathe normally again, the mattress's rough texture rubbing against your coarse fur. You sigh as you fall deep into sleep once more. The sharp, mechanical screech of your alarm clock pierces through you, shocking you into consciousness. Your arm clumsily searches around the nightstand, feeling for the alarm clock's plastic casing. A quick slap on the rectangular button ceases the insistent beeping. Your groggy eyes open to see your bedroom ceiling. Gah. The faint memory of a dream still lingers in the back of your mind. As soon as you try to focus on it, it disappears as if it was never there. You rub your aching eyes as you look at the nightstand. A pain echoes in the back of your head. Must be a migraine beginning to form. What time is it? 8 in the morning. There's 1 hour left until my shift. Guess I have to get up. As you shift your weight, the metal bed frame creaks and whines. You sit up and stretch only to be met with a few pops and cracks of your own. Hey, yo, it's like... Yeah, I don't think Streamlabs likes animation. Is there like a way to disable it? Fuck. Or, nope, it's network issues. We're having network issues. Fucking, It takes a few seconds to find the composure to finally get off the cheap mattress. The room is dimly lit, sunlight peeking through the grimy window, but you manage to traverse it with the lights turned off. The less you have to spend on electricity, the better. You make your way to the bedroom door. Swiftly unlocking it and peeking your head into the hallway. The long corridor is devoid of your housemates. Seems pretty empty. Despite being in your underwear, you stride down the hallway to the shared bathroom. Obnoxious squeaks echo as you pull the old door open. The white light hits you like a frying pan as you flick the light switch on. You instinctively close your eyes and shut the door behind you. As your eyes finally adjust, you're able to take in your meager surroundings. You are greeted by an old toilet, a shower, and a sink with an accompanying medicine cabinet. It's not much, but you couldn't ask for more right now. The cold tiles keep you awake as you walk to the sink. You haphazardly grab your toothbrush and some paste from the open cabinet. You turn on the remarkably well-kept sink. The only stains that stand out are rust on the faucet. You close the metal door and begin to brush your teeth. An exhausted, unkempt Doberman mimes your every action as you look into the small mirror. You stare at your scraggly beard and long, unbrushed hair. It wouldn't surprise you if people thought you were a homeless person. I should probably shave. I don't want to look like a panhandler. A cheap, minty flavor lingers in your mouth as you finish brushing, even after you rinse the paste out with water. Oh, wow, yeah, no, that is a little too inappropriate, so I'm just gonna... disable it entirely. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's disabled. Yeah, should be. I'm just going to disable NSFW entirely. You take off your underwear, then you walk to the shower. You turn on the shower and step inside, closing the curtains behind you. The blisteringly cold water doesn't faze you as it begins to soak into your fur. The icy nature of the water begins to make you feel more alert, but soon your mind begins to wander. Toughen up, kid. Real men take their showers ice cold. You try to focus on the water washing over you. It's no use. Military men have it worse than this all the time. You'll be fine. Unpleasant thoughts flow through you like the icy water over your fur. Don't be a pussy. You don't want to end up like one of those sissy boys, do you? These frigid showers have become part of your routine. The pain they used to cause faded away years ago. However, the memories remain. You push past the shower curtains. The water and the thoughts associated with them go down the drain. You grab your towel while getting out of the shower. You glance at yourself in the mirror as you begin to dry yourself. Moments later, you flick the light switch off and exit the small room. You cross the hall and head back through the door into your room. Light passes through the curtains, bathing the room in a soft glow. The room's only window illuminates the bedroom walls, their paint chipping day by day. You pull the dresser's top drawer open and pull out 2 sets of clothes, one for now and one for later. The small television atop the dresser flickers to life at the press of a button. You start getting dressed as the local news plays in the background. Hope you're all prepared for some lovely autumn weather. You've tuned in just as the weatherman was giving his report. We have a high chance of spotty to heavy showers today, so please stay dry. The neck of your shirt pulls past your nose and settles into place as you finish dressing. You nod in agreement and shove the spare clothes into your backpack, looking at the closed umbrella by your nightstand. Might as well take it. I'd rather not be hassled for showing up wet. As you reach down to grab the umbrella, a familiar item next to the alarm clock catches your eye. Hidden behind an empty styrofoam ramen cup sits a framed photo of 2 canines. A tall German shepherd on the right, with his arm around a smaller Doberman. They're both smiling while making peace signs at the camera. You catch yourself as you begin to drift into thought. Now's not the time to think of stupid crap. Maybe I'll finally be able to move out of here. You slide the strap of your backpack over your shoulder and heft it onto your back. You grab an extra button-up shirt on the way out of the room. The hallway is still empty for now, but you can hear someone opening the front door. The room you've rented is cheap. The run-down house it's in doesn't inspire confidence. You stop to turn around and lock the door behind you. Don't want to forget to lock this. Some of these creeps have trouble keeping their hands to themselves. Not that I have much to lose. You head down the hall and towards the front door, passing by a shifty-looking raccoon and a shaky bat on the way. They seem to be just arriving home, as if they were outside the whole night. Good morning. Neither one responds. You're used to being ignored, but you'd rather be on the good side of bad people. You resume walking and head out of the building. It's cold outside, but the sky looks beautifully clear as you look up at it. It seems too cold to walk with only a t-shirt on, so you slip on the button-up you grabbed from the dresser. Before you make the trek to work, you readjust your bag one last time. It's finally time to start walking. Your work isn't too far, located just on the outskirts of the little town you live in. With work being so close, walking there and back fit pretty easily into your routine. Considering you don't have a car, the decision was made for you. The nearby bus station sits up ahead along your path. There's a few teenage girls in school uniforms waiting on the bench. They're laughing about something and chatting to each other excitedly. I haven't seen them before. Maybe it's the first day of school? You try to look back on your first day of high school, but quickly try to get your mind off the subject. A lot of memories feel fragmented and murky, while some pieces remain crystal clear no matter how hard you try to forget. They look so joyful. Their youthful vigor makes you feel more sullen than before. As you keep walking, you look around at the scenery you're so used to seeing every day. The forest borders one side of the path, with more trees on the other. Saplings and evergreens grow all around. There's nothing but greenery surrounding you, with a lone billboard marking the path. Marimabo, 2 kilometers. I'm halfway there. I hope I'm not too late for work. It'd be easy to tell whether or not you had enough time, but sadly you don't have any way to check. You continue walking, but you can't help but look behind you. You take in the sight of Marimabo, the town where you grew up. Almost everything can be seen from the hill you're walking on. The big park, the Ferris wheel at the docks, the small mall center, the sea, and even some far-off islands. Whoa! Your foot catches on something hard and you stumble, regaining your balance before you fall over. A small rock embedded into the path nearly trips you. You make sure not to get lost sightseeing in such unfavorable terrain. Bitch. You scowl at the inanimate object while you regain your composure and keep walking. Although now your toe hurts. After a long walk, you finally arrive at the massive lumber yard. Cool. Cool logs. Cool. The coolest of them logs. This place sucks. As you arrive, you see a familiar face. One of your coworkers is walking towards you. You're not really in the mood to have a chat and try to look away. But it's too late. Yo, Chad, good morning. Toto roughly pats your shoulder as he steps up. Was he patting our shoulder or beating the shit out of us? Let's listen to that again. He was just beating the shit out of us. Jeez. Good morning, Toto. Excited as always, I see. Ready for another exciting and laborious day at Cool Logs? Let's do our best. I'm ready to do what I'm best at. Sleeping. You let out a dry chuckle. Aw, come on, Chad. Don't be like that. Today's a beautiful day. I have a feeling today will be great. While the Samoyed dog is bouncing with excitement, you can see your boss headed this way from his office to the right of you. Sure, Toto. By the way, want to get some breakfast with me before... I already ate. You didn't. Oh, so then you want to go to... Anyways, I should get going before the boss gets mad at me for talking your ear off. Sure, no worries. See you later, Chad boy. You walk to the small building that houses the locker room. There's someone changing out of it before you can enter, passing by you ready to work. Crap, no one's even here. I should hurry and get going. You spot your rusty old locker the moment you step into the room. There are some chairs here and there, surrounded by your coworkers' lockers and a door that leads to the old cold water showers. You walk towards your locker. You grab a key from your pocket and unlock the metal door with a satisfying click. Running low on good clothes, you decide to throw your button-up shirt inside with your bag, lest it get torn while working. Quickly locking the door once again, you leave the empty room. Time to work then. You exit the small building and head to your usual workplace. You're greeted by a mountain of small logs a few meters away from the building. Your shift begins when you grab one of the many axes laying about. You position a small log onto a tree stump. With your muscles tightened, you raise the axe above your head. You hold your breath as you focus on the log's center. You bring the axe down with all the strength and dexterity you can muster. Thunk. The steel head cleaves a small log in twain right down the center. That's pretty much it. Nothing exciting, nothing too hard or complicated. Suited exactly for you. The whole log yard is bustling with activity. Mechanized behemoths down massive trees before sorting them into piles for storage. Other workers use chainsaws to take down some of the lesser trunks. The rest of the crew load the smaller logs you've chopped into study sacks with the company logo, ready to be delivered to places you'll never get to see. It's only been a month since you've started working here. So far, you've only been tasked with chopping firewood. Sadly, no one knows you, and besides Toto, everyone's a stranger. As you finish another stack of logs, your coworkers give you suspicious looks as they come to collect the lumber. Despite being surrounded by cutting-edge logging technology, they'd rather pay a desperate fool willing to bust their backs splitting logs all day with a rusty axe. You're that fool. Despite the mindless exhaustion, it does ultimately pay the bills, and your physique has never looked better. You keep working for a few hours, mindlessly cutting timber, until... Hey, Chad boy! Toto approaches from behind you, with his usual cheerfulness. Oh no. Working hard, eh? You're all sweaty. I like that. Uh-huh. What's with this guy? His constant advances make you feel uneasy. It's always more weird than charming. Don't you have work to do? Nuh-uh. I've already finished for today. That fast? We've got like 3 more hours left. By the way, why didn't you go to lunch again? The boss won't stop looming over me. He always assumes I'm the one talking to you. Now he tears into me whenever I take a break. Thanks for that. I just wasn't hungry. You do your best to ignore the burning pain in your stomach. Oh, I know what you're hungry for. You just want to get the... Not this shit again. The hours seem to pass with every log split. Toto's endless yapping soon becomes nothing more than background noise. So, that's how we got with those 3 studs at the bus stop, and it didn't even gag once while sucking their... A loud alarm rings all over the log site, letting everyone know the day is finally over. It has the added benefit of stopping Toto's one-sided conversation dead in its tracks. Saved by the bell once more. Time to go home then. I'll continue my story tomorrow. See you later, Chad. He beelines it to the main office. You don't even get to say a word to him. Another shift over. Great. This shit is tiring, especially when Toto is around. At least I can head home now. Your axe makes a soft thud as it slips from your hands. A weary arm reaches up to wipe the hard-earned sweat off your brow. As you lower your arm back down, you catch your scent and scrunch up your nose. Oh fuck, I stink. Maybe I should take a shower first. You turn around and start heading back to the concrete building. It's much warmer in here than it was outside. Not that it bothers you much anyway. As you make your way to the lockers, you can overhear some strange conversations. You can make out what they're saying here and there. They seem to be riled up about a strange creature in the woods. You just ignore them. It wouldn't be surprising if they were drunk on the job. You walk down the row of lockers until you reach yours. Opening the locker door, you rummage through your bag and grab your towel. Looks like it's busier here than usual. I hope I can find a stall. You undress and shove your sweaty, drenched clothes into your backpack. You wrap the towel around your hips and head towards the showers. You peer into the shower area and find all the faucets off. You see 2 rows of shower stalls with curtains for privacy. I heard that it was going to rain today, but there's no trace of clouds whatsoever. Either way, I made sure to pack a raincoat and an umbrella just in case things get worse out there. At least you think you did. You enter a shower stall and close the curtain behind you. Turning the handle to the open position. It takes a few seconds, but soon your body is jolted by the sudden impact of the ice-cold water. Ah, nothing like a cold shower after work. Now that I think about it, one of the guys on the big machine seemed odd. Something changed about him, but I don't know what. Why was he staring at me so often? After work, you'll have a few hours to yourself. You mentally plan your next steps. First, I'll go to the mini market and grab some snacks. Once I get home, get in bed and listen to the TV in the background while I quickly eat whatever I bought. God knows I need some food. Then probably just lie in bed by myself. Again. Fall asleep and then get up for work. Sounds like a plan. As the cold water envelops you, much like before, the same thoughts from earlier begin to swell. You decide to leave and end your shower early before you feel any worse. You grab your towel hanging from the top of the shower stall and hastily start drying yourself with it. You rub the rough towel down your muscular legs with the cloth brushing up against your crotch. The coarse fibers seem to rub you the right way, making you feel excited. You quickly move the towel elsewhere, afraid of getting a boner in a public shower. You scrub down your chest, arms, and pits before feeling your scalp. My hair feels so wet and shaggy. Maybe I should trim it later. You catch a quick glimpse in the mirror as you make your way out of the showers to your locker. It doesn't take long to realize that everyone has left for the day. There's no harm in staring at yourself in the reflective glass. You tend to do this after every shower. Not for self-admiration, however. Your mind fills with questions that don't seem to have an answer. Why am I like this? Have I always been this slowly? What happened to me all this time? Is that a pimple on my nose? It's irritating to say the least. You examine your face in the mirror. Turns out it's a cut that's beginning to swell up. It's fairly sore to the touch. It hurts, but I'd take a scratch over a damn pimple any day. You examine your calloused hands as you make your way out of the doorway. I should trim my nails too, huh? As you get close to your locker, you see that it's totally destroyed. The door is wide open with traces of someone forcing it open, with success. Wait. Where the fuck are my clothes? I literally have them right here. You are in such shock that you don't even notice your towel untie from your tights. Well, thighs. My locker, everything is gone. Someone smashed right through it. Your clothes aren't the only things missing. Your backpack with all your valuables is gone too. You try in vain to close the warped metal door only to find it with the words, "fucking loser" next to a crudely drawn dick. What the fuck? You wish you could say this was the first time someone tried to get into your locker, but they've never been successful. The most that's ever happened is some scratches. You can barely understand the caved-in door before you. Who the fuck would even do this? Who the hell did I piss off this badly? Wait. Oh fuck, I have no clothes now. How the hell am I going to get home? What am I supposed to do now? Yo, Chad boy. Are you fucking kidding me? Of all people to show up, it had to be him. Hey, Toto. Hey, ya, Chad. Wowzers, in my trousers. Put a towel on that monster, would ya? The white dog gives a small giggle. You're thoroughly unamused while putting your towel back in place. Why haven't you changed yet, by the way? The anger and embarrassment are too much for you to handle. You remain silent and motionless. And what happened here? I could hear you scream from miles away. Do you want the boss to notice and get in trouble? Well, apparently some asshole stole my clothes and my backpack while I was taking a shower. That's actually terrible. I'm sorry, Chad. You're surprised to see Toto actually upset about something, his voice going low compared to its usual annoying tone. Well, you don't need any clothes to begin with. The white dog coyly winks at you. Well, it was nice while it lasted. But who would do this to you? You're way too cute to be bullied. Well, actually, I saw one of the guys behaving kind of differently. Differently? Do you mean the guy that operates one of the machines? Yeah, I also saw him while I was coming this way. Far away, but I'm sure he was dragging something with him. I couldn't really see what it was, though. Son of a bitch! Now that explains why he was staring me down all day. I'm gonna ruin that fucker. Wow, 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 Chad. Calm down or you'll get wrinkles. Don't want that beautiful face too. Toto, I'm not in the mood. I need to... Don't worry. You can always go around naked for everyone to see your big... Your eyes couldn't roll back any harder if they tried. If there ever was a time for Toto to stop talking, it was now. I'm getting my shit back. Out of the way. You brushed past the white dog, who seems fairly chipper despite the situation. Whoa, alright, go get him, champ. Be careful. I don't like the idea of walking around naked, towel or not, but it seems like there's no other way. That fucker is going to pay, one way or another. You bolted out of the small building as fast as you could, holding onto your towel for dear life. This is going to go wrong in so many ways. I really hope no one sees me like this. My reputation here isn't great, but I don't want it to get any worse. I don't want to be known as an exhibitionist. Damn. Being considered an exhibitionist is too much even for me. You look at the muddy path and notice a strange set of footprints. You can't put a finger on why they're different, but you decide to follow them anyways. It doesn't take long to find them leading to boss's office. You've got to be kidding me. Of all the places, it had to be here. Thankfully, the boss seems pretty busy today. He didn't check on me once. Probably has to do with the building contract for cool logs. You crouch near the office window, looking in to find the old man busy at his desk. You do your best to sneak past undetected. I hope my towel doesn't come off. Success! The boss is none the wiser. Whew, that was close. Is that... You approach a massive elm tree next to your boss's office, noticing your backpack firmly hanging from a tall branch. That's fucked up. My clothes better be there. It doesn't take long to realize how high that branch is. There's no feasible way you could climb up there without killing yourself in the process. That's fucked all the way up there. What to do? Chad, where are you? You heard Toto's voice come from behind. You turn to wave at your coworker, surprisingly happy to see him for once. Maybe he can think of something. Hey, I'm over here. The air gets knocked out of your lungs as you feel a tremendous force gripping your stomach and shoulders. Whatever it was, it pulls you off your feet and down to the ground. You see black, then white, and then the sky, framed by coarse leaves and tall trees. You try to move, you try to speak, you try to scream, but it's all in vain. It feels like multiple people are pinning your every limb to the ground behind you. There's an immense force pressing down on your torso, and a hand is firmly keeping your mouth shut. Even your legs are held down, tangled with someone else's. You can't move at all. Chad! You hear Toto looking for you. You hear him from the spot you just were standing. The white dog's footsteps sound closer and closer, but the dense foliage makes him clueless to your location and your predicament. You're completely nude, your towel having fallen off in the scuffle. Chad, wherever you are, you've got your towel here. Chad, are you around here? Did you drop your towel on purpose? I knew he wanted to show everyone his big-ass cock. Wait a minute. Toto stays silent for a few seconds. What if poor Chad got lost in the woods, wiggling his pee-pee all over the place? What if that creature the guys mentioned took him? I'll go get the boss. Maybe he can help find him. Your muffled screams fall on deaf ears, the hand clamping down hard enough to make your jaw ache. Dude, this entire situation is just fucked. Let me go, for fuck's sake, let me go. Who the hell is holding me down? Is just one guy or many? Is this the fucker that stole my stuff? You throw a flurry of kicks and punches, using all of your might to try and break free. Fuck. What in the fuck is going on? I can't move a muscle. You unleash another flurry of attacks in the air, trying to get the hands to let go, even just a little. Who the fuck is doing this? I can't even see a thing. You try again and again, each kick getting weaker and every punch losing power. You're trapped. Whoever has you, there's no way out. Oh god. The back of your neck grows colder. Your once starving stomach feels like it's filled with lead. You let out a few more attacks in vain, but soon you feel yourself letting go. Your will to fight seems to fade the more tears begin to well in your eyes. Your muscles seem to give up as well, and soon you feel like you're floating on air. A horrific sense of peace clouds your perception as your breathing begins to slow. You can feel every blood cell pass through your veins. You feel like you can count every hair on your body. You try to focus on your surroundings, but familiarity begins to consume you. Have you been in this situation before? You begin to wonder why your body is feeling weaker than normal, your strength leaving you by the second. Did someone drug me without me noticing? I don't know how to describe it, but this guy has something about him that feels nostalgic. Is it his scent? Is it his warmth? Why am I feeling this way about this creep? Oh my god, is it that one dog from that framed picture in the beginning? Oh my god, thank you for the follow. And hiya, welcome to the stream. The minutes pass by at a snail's pace, almost as if you've been there forever. You begin to calm down more than you'd like to. The scent, the essence of this person. You know it, but you don't know how. Sadly, the moment doesn't last. What is that? You feel a strange pressure behind one of your eyes, but soon the sensation becomes more intense. It's hard to describe, but it feels like something is crawling. In your brain? What the... And like that, any peace and serenity went up in smoke. What the actual fuck is that? What is he going to do with me? Let me fucking go. Oh my god, thank you for the follow. Hey Chad, wanna grab lunch together? Zordy? You begin to squirm once again. Oh my god, thank you for the follow. You begin to squirm once again, trying to ignore that unreasonably calm voice you just heard. You try to reignite your fighting spirit once again, hoping to finally be out of this situation, but out of nowhere, you hear what sounds like an echo. A voice that is not your own, but you've heard it 1,000 times before. The voice feels like it's coming from behind you, but you know everything is silent besides leaves rustling in the wind. It becomes louder and clearer, and you can no longer ignore it. Chad. Oh my god! Yo, that's awesome. Chad, calm down. Don't you recognize me? You try your damnedest to remember where you've heard that voice before. It feels both familiar and alien to you. This dude. Why do I hear him inside my head? Am I hallucinating or something? Oh my god. It has to be the drugs. Maybe? I can't think of any other way. Please, calm down. Otherwise, he's going to find you. The mysterious voice keeps talking through your mind. Oh my god, so nervous. Oh my god, thank you. How am I supposed to calm down if you have me immobilized like this? But I finally found you, Master. Now we can finally be together again. I'm so happy. What? What is he talking about? What is this about? We're finally reunited again. The arms tighten their grip into what you think is a hug. You feel soft fur rub against the back of your neck. What? I don't even know you, you damn creep. Now get out of my head and let me go. What do you mean you don't know me? You're my master. Master? What does that even mean, you creep? All joy is quickly sapped from the man's voice. Oh no, Master doesn't recognize me, and I thought you missed my illusions. Illusions? You feel the hand that's firmly gripping your maw now turn your whole head around to face him. His eyes seem to glow in the bushes. They look like two oval-shaped moons. Yes, my illusions. Don't you remember them, Master? The voice seems to be back to its chipper tone. What? No. Now let me... I'm sure that you remember them. And because of that, I bet you're gonna like... You quickly feel the air grow heavy as a thick mist envelops you. The man's two wide eyes piercing through the fog. This... The whole world spins so fast that you begin to feel sick. You close your eyes as fast as you can. But the second you do, everything is perfectly still. You can hear the sound of long grass swaying in the wind. Your fists are gripping the ground with all your might, as if you're about to fall into the sky. Hey Chad, are you feeling okay? That voice. It's different than the one from earlier, but you know it by heart. The visage of a German shepherd sits next to you, smiling. No, I don't like this. Your food is going to get cold, you know. If you're not hungry, we can save it for later. He lets out an embarrassed chuckle. You look around to see you're sitting on a hillside, overlooking a wind-washed valley. You can't put a finger on how you know this place. Please no, make this stop. I don't want to remember. I hope the sandwiches are okay. I wasn't sure what to make. I can always cook you something different tomorrow. No. Chad, are you feeling okay? You look like you want to cry. You feel a strong, warm arm wrap around your shoulder. Your head falls onto his chest. His soft fur and breathing starts to calm you down. It's okay to cry. You've been there for me, so I'll be here for you. Always. Hot tears begin to run from your weary eyes. You hug him and sob into his plaid shirt. Parts of you that you've lost begin to tingle again. Your floppy ears, your swaying tail. Please. I know it will cheer you up. How about we go to the lake? Or maybe the bakery? Please let me keep forgetting. Your heart is splintering by the second. Years of scars are beginning to open. The sun doesn't shine like it used to. The birds don't sing like they used to. All those happy memories only tear you down. You need this to end. So please, stop. But Master, this is... Stop. What you always wanted. Please stop. Isn't it, Chad? Stop! You scream loud enough for God to hear. The tears don't seem to stop pouring no matter how tightly you close your eyes. Your lungs ache as you begin to breathe again. Your knees are shaking, barely able to support your weight. Your hopeless scream echoes throughout the trees, growing farther away until the wind is the only thing filling your ears. You breathe. You finally open your eyes and see the sky again. You feel dizzy but notice that you're on your feet. Have you been standing this whole time? Cool air fills your lungs and you're finally able to snap back to reality. You quickly look down at yourself and you find that you're with your towel wrapped around your hips again. What? How am I back here? What the fuck happened right now? There's no way that didn't happen. Sure enough, you're facing in the direction Toto's voice was coming from. Wait, I was just in those bushes, and that weirdo who assaulted me has to be there. You bolt to the bushes behind you and start tearing through them. Hey, get out, you weird fuck. I know you're in there. Mr. Chad, is that you? Please come out right now. You hear your boss's voice in the distance, close enough to hear faint footsteps breaking twigs. You're in a pickle. Shit. I guess I finally ran out of luck. But I guess I never had any luck to begin with. I can't be seen in just a towel or I'll be fired. I need to get my clothes right now. Alright, I'm sure I can do it. It actually doesn't look that high anyway. Wait, did something change here? You stare longingly at your backpack. Could have sworn it was halfway up the tree. Now it's only a few branches away. Must have been the wind. I'll tell you, boss, I'm sure the scream came from here. I'm really worried about Chad. Shit. I need to get my backpack now. Well, damn. Add this to the list of stupid shit I never thought I'd do in my shitty life. You take some distance and sprint towards the massive trunk. You manage to run about 10 feet up the tree trunk and grab the first branch you can. You quickly throw yourself up and grab another branch with a speed you never knew you had. You vault up 2 or 3 more rows of branches until you see your pack. You make a desperate leap towards one of the straps, and you strike gold. You hang around 4 meters off the ground. It'd be a waste to lose such an amazing... As Toto and your boss finally arrive where they heard you, they witness your barren body hanging from the tree. You ignorantly try to detach the backpack from the branch, despite it being the only thing keeping you in the air. The shit is stuck. I better do something before... You're so fucked. Are they staring at my crotch? See? It looks so thick and juicy. I want to taste that. Stop looking at it for fuck's sake. You try to cover your dick with one hand, using your non-dominant hand to support all your weight. Unbeknownst to you, the bag's harness begins to slowly rip. Great. Just in time. Toto and the boss are here to see me struggle for my clothes. The strap you're holding onto has little to no traction. Your sweaty hands begin to quickly slip. Shit. I'm about to fall. I need to grab something. You hurl yourself up with what remaining strength you have, causing the whole tree to sway side to side dramatically. You feel yourself begin to fall as the last of the cloth gives way. Your fingers scratch the branch's surface, but it's no use. Fuck. You fall in disgrace, firmly gripping your now broken backpack. Whoa. You manage to land on your thighs and shoulders. Your muscles feel a piercing pain like no other. Oh shit, oh fuck, you've got to be fucking shitting me right now. I think my legs are broken. They are not. You say a million curses under your breath, but miraculously, you landed with no broken bones or ligaments. But that's definitely going to leave a bruise. While you remain on the ground naked, you finally open your eyes to see Toto and your boss looming over you. Hi again, Chad. Toto smiles over your pathetic body. Happy to see you again. You hear a loud creak directly behind you. You roll over to see the tree is swaying back and forth more than it should. You look at the tree's thick base, finding the trunk had been chopped more than halfway through. No, 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 no! The massive oak swayed one last time before fully falling over, demolishing the boss's office a few meters away. Oh no, it all went wrong! The roar is almost deafening as the timber crushes glass, wood, and even concrete. The ground rumbles under you as the log finally comes to a standstill. Then there was silence. You turn over to face the carnage. Toto and your boss are motionless. What? Honestly, I love it. I love it. It makes him... He's so relatable. Yeah, shit. The tree went through the office like a brick through a birthday cake. Oh yeah, no, totally. It was totally planned. Who planned it? You feel the imminent danger towards you. Despite everything you've been through in your short existence, this is somehow the worst day of your entire life. You do your best to stand on your injured legs, ignoring the pain while trying to come up with a thoughtful, reasonable explanation of what happened. Boss, I'm so sorry. Please let me explain. It wasn't my fault. Someone stole my clothes and then I found them here on the tree and... You motherfucker! You hear the boss scream and you knew you were done for. The guillotine is already falling. You insolent asshole! What did you do to my office? I've spent the last 20 years busting my ass to make my business a reality, and you... Indecent, naked ass. You indecent, naked, ugly ass piece of garbage. I've taken shits more valuable than you'll ever be. You useless motherfucker. I'm taking away your pay. You're a disgrace to this company. But boss, it wasn't Chad's fault. Why are you even naked, huh? You filthy fucking pervert. Are you jerking off in the woods? I can sue you, and I will if you don't get your ass out of here. Now. It's all your fucking fault. Boss, you need to relax. Chad's stuff was... Shut up, Toto. Chad, you are fucking finished. Now leave and never come back. If I ever see you around this place, I swear I'll kiss you? I'll fucking kill you. Hopelessness clouds the path in front of you as you make your way home, somehow feeling more defeated than before. Crap. What on earth am I supposed to do? I need to find another job now. Hopefully I have enough money for this month's rent. If not, I'm going to be back on the streets again. You trudge forward one step at a time, a small drop landing on your nose. I guess the weatherman wasn't wrong after all. A small sigh escapes your lips as the rain begins to really pour. At least you brought your umbrella. You pull your bag from your back and unzip it, rummaging through it as the water begins to beat down on you. It's gotta be in here. I'm sure I grabbed it this morning. The realization finally hits you. It's still by the nightstand with that photograph. You trudge on, not caring about the pelting rain drenching your clothes. You push past the howling winds, doing your best to make it home and take a shower. You're finally greeted by the town's entrance. You can't help but feel a little relieved. You eventually make it to the same bus stop as earlier, now occupied by 3 schoolgirls seeking refuge from the storm. There's no point in hiding from the rain now. Even my underwear is soaked. A few muddy puddles catch your eye, seemingly only meters away. Let me get away before... A car rockets past you, sending a deluge of mud in your direction. As if being cold, wet, and tired wasn't enough, your best shirt is now caked in thick sludge. Damn, the universe must just hate this man. Like, he's just like trying to live, and then the universe is like, haha, no, fuck you. And now he's... yeah. Childish snickering fills the air. The schoolgirls are giddy at your expense. You take your shirt off and press past their laughter. You continue down your normal route, finally arriving at your street. A pile of empty trash bags mark the front yard of the rundown house. Who would leave these trash bags out here? The can is right there. The bags have been savagely ripped open with a small piece of paper still inside. You lean in closer to read what it says. Chad? You notice there's a letter for you. Surprisingly, it's not destroyed due to the rain. Nice. I just got evicted and they left my stuff out in the rain. Was waiting for me so fucking hard? And all my stuff is gone too. These assholes. Your chest begins to hurt at the thought of them laughing as they toss your stuff to the curb. You never missed a payment, never raised a fuss. You even did some repairs here and they're sure you wouldn't bother the owner. But not even money can buy you common decency. Is there anything even left? You double check the seemingly barren bags. They didn't even leave you a sock, except for one thing. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Of all the things they had to leave me, they couldn't take this thing? A stream of hot tears makes its way past the freezing rain. A few sobs leave your mouth before you shake your head angrily. What am I doing? I can't worry about this shit. Not now. You wipe away your tears with the back of your hand, glad these fuckers are too busy at home to see you. The rain shows you no pity. You place the photograph and your shirt into your bag. You can't tell if you're more angry or depressed. There's only one place left to go. The park. You fasten your pack on your shoulders. There's no way the park could make you feel any worse. It doesn't take too long for you to make it to the park's edge. You make your way inside the enclosed property, heading down the iconic stone walkway. On your path, you're greeted by the lake on your right and the forest to your left. You can barely see through the dense forest, nothing visible past the first row of trees. A couple people run past you out of the park, trying to find a dry place. You finally make it to a cement bench overlooking the lake. You can see how the lake's water sprinkles with the raindrops. Ducks run across the water's surface before taking flight, seeking a place away from the downpour. From the bench, the front of the park is visible to you. An arched bridge goes across the left side of the lake, and a row of benches on the right allows park goers to enjoy the serene view. Despite your terrible circumstances, you can't help but enjoy the scenery. Something about the rain makes the park so much more beautiful. You decide to sit down in the hard stone chair. The wet surface pales in comparison to your sopping wet clothing. You put your broken backpack above your legs. What now? Time feels fleeting as the sun begins to set. The light behind the gray clouds beginning to go faint. Soon it'll be dark and you genuinely don't know what to do next. If you had a future, it'd be crumbling to the ground. Everything you've struggled for now is gone. The work may have broken you, and you were never enthusiastic about that shady house. But at least it was something. Before you can cry again, you shut your eyes. The rain continues to pelt down onto your face. Unfortunately, there's no space under the bench. You try to think of something else. Literally anything else would be better than this. Despite your best efforts, you feel hopeless. Where am I supposed to work? No one wanted me anywhere else. Where am I supposed to sleep? That house was the only place I could afford in town, and my childhood home doesn't even belong to me anymore. I'm fucked. I'm going to die, aren't I? Mister? I blew what little chances I had. Hello, mister? At least I can die knowing I never hurt anybody. Mister, hello? I could have sold drugs or killed people for easy money. Mister! Whoa. You're startled awake by a demonically chipper voice. You turn around to find the source of the tiny scream. Your eyes dart around the perimeter of the park, but you see nothing in the distance. Why are you out here? Aren't you cold, mister? You finally look down in front of the bench. In your startled and sleep-deprived state, the small figure looks more like a creature than a person. Your mind finally stops racing to see it's a young cat boy, little more than half your size. His sparkling eyes are looking directly into yours while smiling at you. You can see his tail is fully raised, with a little curve at the end. He exudes an energy begging to be friends with you. He has a small paws perched on your back. He's resting his weight on your lap. A kid. What's he doing here? And why is he talking to me? Hey there, kid. Hey there, mister. Name's Chad. Name's Thony? Thony? I'm just gonna say Thony. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Nice hat, mister. Thanks. Thanks. Is he copying you? He's gotta be, right? You lift a hand up, and sure enough, he does the exact same thing. You scrunch up your nose and cross your eyes. He does his best to copy, but he seems to make himself dizzy. You've gotta admit, this is kinda adorable. Why are you copying me, kid? Thony. Yes, that. Because it's funny, and you look like you need to smile. I do? Yes, Chad, absolutely. Want to hear a joke, mister? It's Chad, and, sure, why not? Okay, so, give me a second. The small cat scratches his chin, racking his brain while trying to remember something good. You can't help but smile. He's really searching for the perfect joke to tell you. You can see a light bulb over his head spark to life as his eyes widen. Got one for you. So, what part of a car is the sleepiest? Under normal circumstances, you'd give up immediately, but he must have pulled out his grade A material considering how long it took to devise this riddle. Maybe it's the back seats, because you can sleep on them, or maybe... You give it some thought, but you end up pulling a blank. You really can't think of a proper answer. Is it the car doors? Nope, it's the wheels, because they're always tired. He puts the biggest grin you've ever seen before playing a set of air drums. You stare at him with a blank expression. Okay, it was kind of funny. You end up snorting a little before finally chuckling. He beams with joy having accomplished his mission. Good one, kid. Right as the young boy is about to speak, he lets out a heavy sneeze. And then another, followed by a third. He goes quiet, pressing his nose against his jacket, sniffling and shivering for a couple seconds. Before he can say bless you, he bounces back to his chipper self. It's Thony, and thank you. So why are you out here in the rain, mister? It's Chad, and well, it's not that I'm here because I want to. It's because I'm homeless now. Really? That's awesome! You tilt your head confused, the small kitten in front of you seemingly naive to the severity of your situation. But then again, he can't be more than 10. And sometimes ignorance really is bliss. Why do you think that, kid? Thony. Because there are no rules. You can do whatever you want. Like eating ice cream in bed. Or play Furry instead of taking a shower before going to school. You don't have someone that tells you what you have to do all the time. He has a small, pouty face. You mean like your parents? Yeah, exactly. Mostly my father. A sharp sneeze erupts from the kitten. This is a little worrisome. He has a decent enough jacket, but his hair and ears have been getting poured on. He shakes the cold off once again, smiling like before. But my mom is the bestest. At night, she tucks me in and reads me books, but not dumb kid books, teenage books, so long as they aren't too violent, though, like Furlock Bones. You can't help but smile. Hardly a teenage book, but he seems more than excited by them. Also, when I get ready for school, she makes me lunch. But guess what? What? She draws on the bags. Every time. Without missing a single day. She usually draws some hearts and kittens. I used to get made fun of for it, but I don't care. He's so ecstatic and seemingly little things. But maybe those are the things that matter the most. The kid's enthusiasm and happy face slowly raise your spirits up surprisingly. Even though you don't know him, you can't help but smile. She sounds like a great mom. Speaking of which, where are your parents? Anthony? You hear a scream coming far from your right. Thony makes a small jump back and puts his hands on his cheeks in overly dramatic horror. Holy moly, Piranoli. They've got me. Hey, wait a second, kid. Thony. And sorry, mister, but I've got to run. Take this. But mister... You swiftly take off your hat and put it on the kid's head with a smile. He smiles back with stars in his eyes. I don't want you running around in the rain without a hat. You might catch a cold. He's jumping with joy, holding the hat in place while doing so. You've never seen someone so grateful for a gift in your life. Wow, Wheeze! Thank you so much, mister! Chad. Yes, that. Alright, gotta go. Bye, Mr. Chad. It's Chad. Oh, bye, Thony. You watch as he begins to bolt, waving back to you with a smile. You send a smile back, your chest filling with a flicker of joy for the first time in a long time. Seeing him so full of life makes you remember what it was like before everything went to shit. But only for a split second. He's like a walking serotonin dispenser. Well, technically a running serotonin dispenser. As he beelines it to the bridge, the tiny Thony runs away from the voice with his arms straight behind him, as if to increase his aerodynamics. Or like a ninja, I guess. Thony? Hey sir, why didn't you stop him? The voice of an older woman comes from behind you. Before you can turn around, a mysterious female cat walks to your side, breathing heavily from jogging with a concession tray. She stops and looks you over, seeing you drenched from head to toe. Me? Quickly, what's your name? Chad. Hi, I'm Kathy, and... Oh gosh, you look like you've been through a war, sweetie. You don't smell much better either. Oh goodness. Oh, I know. A nice warm cat fey is what you need. It'll lift your spirits right up, you'll see. Well, Hush, hush. You wait here. I'll grab my son and we'll be right back, okay? He just loves to run around the park, especially when I start talking to customers. The strange woman keeps talking as she begins to jog in Thony's direction. She doesn't even let you respond. Thony! But She's already too far away for her to hear you. Despite the small interaction making you feel a little better, you're still swamped in a mire of hopelessness. It's nice to see that not everyone has it bad, though. The kid seems to have a mother who really cares about him, and the lady seems to be a really considerate person. Maybe common decency isn't as rare as it seems. You're surprised when you hear a third person coming from the same direction that Kathy woman did. Hey, wait. Your gaze is set on the bridge where Kathy and Thony ran off to. Someone continues to walk past you, seemingly exasperated and a little annoyed. I forgot to pay you. Please, take my money. Jeez. The man has a mix of golden and yellow fur, and admittedly has a handsome figure. He gives you a quick glance before looking to the bridge again, but not even a split second later, his piercing gaze shoots back to you. In an instant, the German shepherd's expression warps to one of despair and confusion. Chad? Oh no. It doesn't take long for you to recognize this man. Sadness tinged with rage begins to swarm your mind. Chad Harmon? You're... alive? No. It can't be. Fred? The man takes a few steps back in disbelief, tears welling up in his eyes. The young man looks as if he could turn to dust at any moment. There's no fucking way. You can't be real. You've been dead for 10 years. I saw you die. The German shepherd now stands there dumbfounded and heartbroken, clenching a pair of old dog tags. His tears and sobs intensify by the second, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. The memories begin to rip you apart. The smiles you both shared makes you want to scream. Be it in agony or anger, you're not sure anymore. The storm continues to pelt you with rain as you sit there, motionless, your long-forgotten acquaintance being consumed by grief. He's grabbing his chest as he soon falls to his knees, almost as if his heart was literally breaking. He's doing his best to stop his sobs, but he can't seem to control the floodgates. You want to feel for his soul. A part of you wants to comfort him, but you can't feel anything for him. Memories of the past flood you with anger. You remember how he ruined you. Why did it have to be him? You do your best to look away as if he wasn't even there. Chad. You see him slowly stand up from the corner of your eye. He slowly moves towards you. Chad, it's you, isn't it? It's gotta be you. I know it's you. His voice is tender and broken. Where have you been? Are you okay? Say something, please. You look at him for a second before turning away from him. Sorry, you've got the wrong person, pal. Chad, I've been so worried. Why are you... I don't know you, okay? So fuck off. He looks at you, stunned and offended, his shoulders growing tense. You continue to look away in disgust. Chad, you can't be serious. I've been looking for you. I said fuck off, you... Before you can even take another breath, he grabs you by your muddied shirt and lifts you off the bench single-handedly. Hey, what the fuck? You try to pry his hands open with your own, but he has an iron grip on you. You can hear your shirt ripping under his clawed hand. Now's not the time to screw around, Chad. Let me go, man. I've spent every single day looking for you, hoping that maybe, just maybe, you could be alive. I have moved heaven and earth trying to find you for 10 fucking years. Yeah, but you don't know all the pain I've gone through? You'll never know all the grief you've put me through. Those last few words ignite hateful rage inside of you. Go fuck yourself. Talking about the grief I've put you through? You've got to be shitting me. Excuse me? You may think you're right, but you've only said one correct thing so far. You did see Chad die 10 years ago. He is gone. He's been gone this whole time and he's never coming back. So you'd better get over it. You little... You ready your fists. There's only one way this will end. Now get your disgusting paws off me. You deliver a haymaker straight to his jaw with as much force as you can. The punch lands and Fred instantly lets go of you, stumbling back a few steps. Hey, what's happening over there? You hear Kathy's voice coming from the bridge. Fred is just standing there trying to recollect himself. You stare down at him, unsure of what he might do next. You expect something more drastic from him, but he just looks at you, completely motionless. I guess you're right. He covers his face with his hand, trying to hide his tears from you. His tears hit the ground and soon small drops of blood follow. The red mixes with the rain. I see you're not that Chad anymore. Not the sweet little Chad I knew, right? The German shepherd wipes his eyes with his sleeve as a few sobs escape his mouth. He does his best to avoid the bleeding gash on his cheek. Please do me a favor. Take this money. Give it to the cat Fay lady over there. He reaches his hand out to you, presenting a few bills and coins. Those cat Fays are pretty great. You should give it a try. I can't let them see me like this. If that Chad ever comes back, please let me know. You rudely snatch the money from his hand. Fine. Just get out of my sight already. I'm fucking sick of you. Fred looks at your eyes one last time. He's met with nothing but anger. It seems he's lost his will to fight, only looking at the ground before walking away. You turn your head to see him make his way out of the park. A sigh escapes your clenched jaws. You begin to calm down. What the fuck was his problem? Why did he grab me like that? You can't help but look around and ball your fists, still partially riled up from the adrenaline in your system. You think about how helpless you were. You could have been ruined by him considering his strength. When did he get so strong? He lifted me up like I was a kid. Last time I saw him, we were still kids. You clench your fists tight enough for your claws to dig into your palms. Why am I so angry still? The pain quickly snaps you back into reality, more hot air passing through your teeth. A few seconds pass and you're finally able to relax. Your tense muscles begin to feel worn. Regret washes over you. Why did I do that to him? What he did happened a decade ago, but if you didn't know any better, it feels like it's only been a week since that fateful day. You turn around and once more to see Fred in the distance, his silhouette beginning to fade from view. Hey, wait up! You have to pay for that cup! Huh? Your head whips back to see the tiny Thony and who you're certain is his mom, both of them rushing in your direction. The small kitten dabs at you as they both run past you and towards the German shepherd. Hey ma'am, wait up. I have his money here, don't worry. You wave the money at them as they quickly turn around, seemingly relieved to see it. The mom sighs as she catches her breath, walking back to the bench. He gave it to me before he left. Apparently he had an appointment or something. Here you go, ma'am. She accepts the money with a grateful smile and a tilt of the head. Why, thank you so much. You know, you probably could have just taken the money and ran. We wouldn't have been able to catch you by now. The thought that they'd see you as a lowly criminal willing to steal from a mother and her kid made your heart sink more than you'd like it to. Mom, don't say that about Mr. Chad. He's cool. Sorry, I don't mean to assume. It's just that it's happened to us many times. Yeah, we've gotten stuff stolen from us in this very park, Mr. Chad. Thony pouts mournfully, probably thinking of all the fernite skins he could have asked his mother to buy him. Really? I'm so sorry, Kathy. You scratch your head, dumbfounded by how common theft must be. It's alright, sweetie. I never go after them anyways. It makes you think of things differently. You may have had it bad, but if someone is desperate enough to steal a little bit of money, maybe they have it a lot worse than you. Forgive me for assuming once again. Anyways, how long have you been on the streets? You're homeless, right? I haven't seen you around here before. Plus, you and your clothes must have seen better days. Kathy looks at your wet, mud-splattered clothes, sunken eyes, and torn backpack. Even if you've been homeless for less than a day, you do look the part. You notice that Thony seems to be curiously staring off into the woods behind you. Whatever it is has his attention. You turn your attention back to Kathy, who's still waiting for an answer. Well, I've only been homeless for a few hours. Mainly because... Because of what? The events from this horrid day are too dour to recall. You just want everything to go back to normal. It won't, no matter how much you pray it would. Maybe. Kathy lifts Thony's new hat off his head, trying to get his attention. Hey! Thony quickly puts his hat back in place again. Kathy points at her box with the coffee and winks as obviously as possible. He seems to realize what she's suggesting with a small grin. Is it because the cat phase... Got your tongue? Ha! Gotcha. Oh my god, thank you for the follow. Thony air drums once again. You tilt your head, confused as to why they're laughing. It takes a few seconds to understand their pun. Once you do, you feel a little embarrassed. Nonetheless, it makes you laugh a little. Yeah. You're starting to feel somewhat better. It's the first time we've made that joke work. Thony makes a little jump and high-fives Kathy. Good job, sweetheart. Kathy looks back at you, a sincere and warm smile on her face. I know this may sound silly, but I have a good feeling about you. You seem like a decent, respectable guy who's been put into a bad situation. Plus, Thony is always good at telling who's trustworthy, and he seems to really like you. Yeah. Mr. Chad gave me this super awesome hat. The small kitten lifts his arms victoriously, a smile beaming on his face. Alrighty, it's settled then. You're going to stay with us, until you're back on your feet. That is unless you really like this old park bench. Kathy lightly kicks it with her foot, coyly shaking her head. Let's get going. You've been under the rain for way too long, and you're absolutely drenched. You can't believe what she's suggesting. It takes a minute for you to process her proposition. Wait, what? You barely know me. I would never accept some random stranger into my house. Trust me, I wouldn't either. But I know you're a good guy. How do you know you can trust me? Before you can argue against her offer, Thony grabs your hand, lightly tugging it with a smile. Well, I can use some help in return for you staying with us. And look at Thony. I've never seen him so happy. He has already made up his mind. There's no turning back now. But do you really want to stay out here? You're taken aback by their sincerity. You've never been shown so much kindness, much less while being so vulnerable and meek. Thony moves your hand to make you move forward, so you start walking with them. Alrighto, amigo, let's go. You feel powerless to stop the kitten's light tugging, his hand firmly gripping two of your fingers. You hold onto your bag as the three of you make your way out of the now dimly lit park. You're not sure which direction you're headed, but you know the small town well enough. You recognize some of the landmarks you've passed through. Hiya. The rain continues to pelt you, Thony and Kathy. You're not faring well as cold winds begin to chill your bones. You try to walk at a faster pace, hoping to get somewhere warm. The walk is lined with some impressive-looking homes. This is definitely the nice part of town. The two finally come to a stop in front of a small, quaint house. Well, here we are. Home sweet home. Kathy stands in front of the entrance, grabbing her keychain and unlocking the door. She holds it open for you and Thony. The small kitten glides inside enthusiastically. You're still unsure about the whole arrangement. Don't be shy, just hurry and get in. With your head down, you slowly enter through the door. We're going to leave off here tonight. That's different. The universe must fucking hate Chad. It's awful. It's nice. Seems like a nice slice of life type game. Anyways, not much else can be said, so stay safe, have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow.